Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very warm alumni gymnasium. First, a few things before we begin. Fire exits immediately behind you and up the stairs on the left and to the right. Again, immediately behind you, to the left and to the right, down below the permanent bleachers. To this side over here, the door that many of you came in, or here, or here. There are plenty of exits, so we should be fine. Hopefully we won't have to use them until after. There is an AED on the back wall up near the Husky for emergency health personnel. Hopefully we won't have to use that, especially on me. And as a courtesy, is this working? It is. And as a courtesy, we ask that everyone, thank you, Bob. We ask that everyone turn off their cell phones except, again, emergency personnel, and put them on vibrate, please. This is the most special evening that there is during the school year for the high school. This is our 123rd graduation, and it's the 82nd time that students are going to be coming down those stairs right there, which is really kind of neat. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and join me in welcoming the class of 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for our national anthem? As sung by Linda Momini and Krista Russo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, the camera in the back of the gym, up underneath the Husky, is being used to Skype this event to Kuwait. And it's approaching 1 o'clock in the morning there, and waiting there is Warrant Officer Paul Momini.
First, I'd really like to thank Mrs. Lemoyne, Mr. Perrin, and Jeff for making this possible. Hi, Dad. I did it. You may not be here to share this moment with me, but you're in here in spirit and or doll form. Thank you so much for pushing me to do my best. Without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. Love you and miss you. And don't you ever forget, no matter how much time passes, I will always be your little girl. Godspeed.
Are there any dry eyes left? Former Gorham High principal and teacher and coach, Ernest Herman, established the salutatorian and valedictorian plaques given annually at our commencement exercises. He left his trademark of selfless commitment on nearly everyone with whom he worked. Students who graduated under his tenure have most likely become better people because of his influence. It is with great pride that the tradition of excellence symbolized by these plaques continues tonight. The recipients are: our salutatorian is Mallory Coulomb. And our valedictorian is Adam Samard. It is my pleasure to reintroduce Mallory Coulomb for her speech, Where in the World Are We?
we? Well, this is a simple question to answer. We are currently in a small space in a crowded gymnasium at Gorham High School. We are in the town of Gorham, in the state of New Hampshire, in the United States of America, on the continent North America, at latitude north, 44 degrees, 23.358 minutes, latitude west, 71 degrees, 10.647 minutes, in the northern and western hemispheres, on the crust of the planet Earth, in the Milky Way galaxy. As you can tell, the town of Gorham, New Hampshire, is a small place. However, it is up to us if we want to make a difference in being meaningful to others. According to Albert Einstein, the world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. What does this mean? Go somewhere, do something. Where we are is an easy question to answer. It is where we are going and how we are going to measure our worth that are the more difficult questions. How we spend the time we are given determines our worth. I would be all set if the amount of rabbit items I have accumulated over the years have added up to my worth. But worth isn't about how many material possessions we have. It's about being nice. Just smiling or letting someone ahead of you in the grocery line has earned you the press of the Staples button. That was easy. It is important to be nice to others, but it is just as important to be content with your life and to balance sincerity with humor. When you get uptight about trying to be worthy or figuring out where in the world you are, try this. When you get to your driveway, skip across the yard instead of just walking. The next time you go out to eat at a restaurant, order diet water with a serious face. If you are lucky, you'll get a diet soda for free. Trust me, it happened to me. Also, it's not necessary to say, I have problems. If you're making fun of yourself, it's obvious you've got problems. It is the ability to make fun of yourself and the world that can help you go far. In order to go somewhere in the world and to build worth, we need to be productive. As shown in the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. Being productive isn't just getting something done. It's getting something done the way it's supposed to be done. Here's your next task. Pretend you are a star. As a star, you have a choice, to fade away or to shine brighter. The easy thing to do is to fade away from reality and to distance ourselves from people. Doing nothing will amount to nothing. If you hide, you will lose opportunities and a chance to gain worth. I remember the first time I left Gorham to go to Girl Scout camp. I was 7 years old, and I was scared and excited all at the same time. Even though I was worried about being away from my family, I met so many new friends and had so much fun that I wouldn't have missed it for anything. Seizing your opportunities helps you to shine brighter. Seeing the world and the people in it fully is seeing not only the outside appearance, but also delving into what composes the interior. Interior. This is the inside, the center. Gorham is the center of a valley. It is evident that our community is surrounded by mountains. It is up to us how we handle being encircled by a force that seems to be overtaking us. Mountains are just an obstacle that separates us from another world most of us have yet to see. We can climb up over the mountains and rise above any force that's in our way. No matter where in the world we are, it is our choice of where to stay and where to go. It depends on what makes us happy. Find a world you are comfortable to live in and be nice to the people you encounter. Whether you stay in Gorham or not, stay optimistic. Don't forget to enjoy each moment and to make fun of yourself every now and then. Time is not a still picture, but rather a motion picture, a production. Spend your day and night not only exploring the outside world, but digging deep down into your core, finding yourself and your worth, being productive, and making a difference. Go somewhere, do something. Thank you, and good luck to the class of 2011.
Our valedictorian, Adam Samard, will deliver the speech.
A lot warmer without that robe on, a lot more comfortable. Well, here we are, staring down the barrel of the future without really knowing what happens next. Although we have limited control over our life, much of it is out of our control. We plan for what we expect in an unpredictable future. When the plan goes right, all is good. When it goes awry, it is unfortunate. And when something we did not plan for happens, it is tragedy. We are lone rafters in an uncharted, dangerous river known as life. And as we progress, we do not know where we will land. We try to avoid rocks and rapids as we drift on through, but we don't really know what's going to happen. The best thing we can do is intend on a certain direction and plan for what we expect to encounter. One wrong turn, even if it seemed right at the time, can lead to situations far out of our control, and once there, only so much can be done to avoid tragedy. Andy McKee wrote a song entitled Drifting, which I feel sums up how we all wish to go through life, calmly and pleasantly, and I will now perform that song for you.
Nice job, Adam. Our guest speaker is the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Paul Bousquet, and his speech firsts. And I'll tell you, if he grabs Adam's guitar and starts singing, Mr. Paul Bousquet.
Mr. Parent has given me 6 minutes to give this speech. Welcome, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2011. Thank you, and good night. All set. You like that, huh? Yeah. I really want to thank the class of 2011 for the honor of addressing them and you on this special day. I want to thank all the family and friends of this class who came here tonight to cheer them on and celebrate their graduation. It's a great day for everybody. I'm going to be talking about a future that may or may not unfold and things that may or may not happen involving these students. I'll be talking about firsts for our graduates. Some will be a lot harder to believe than you think. Some of them, you're going to say, yeah, I did that. But I think we'll have a little fun. After college graduation, Caitlin Boiselle, Alicia Valancourt-Locke, and Gabrielle Van Zant opened up a private elementary school here in Gorham. This team of brilliant educators were the first teachers ever to discover a technique to determine if a child with a blank stare was indeed paying attention in class. We've all seen the stare, and we probably performed the stare. In making this discovery, they revolutionized education as we know it. Mariah Cummings, Ryan Perro, and Pam Messinio joined the military soon after graduation from GHS. After many distinguished years in the military, they were the first group of military officers to be appointed to the United States Joint Chiefs of Staff from the same high school graduating class. They made frequent visits to Gorham during their military careers, at times parachuting in and landing on the town common just for a flashy entrance. A few years after graduation, Nathan Courier decided one spring day to pack a dirt bike up Tuckerman's Ravine and take a plunge down the bowl at full throttle. He was the first and only person to successfully accomplish this feat, although many tried. The descent was caught on video, posted on YouTube, and went viral. Nathan used his instant fame to become the face of a line of bike clothing and equipment, made a fortune, never worked another day in his life. Coral Saunders and Natasha Fortier attained degrees in nursing and then to establish a visiting nurse practice here in Gorham. The technology-enhanced practice, based on preventive care beginning at birth and following the patients throughout their lives anywhere they chose to live, was the first model of its type. Not only did it solve the health care situation here in America, but also positively impacted health care throughout the world. Laura Peters began her bakery business soon after graduation. Her reputation grew, and she was the first baker in history to design and bake a royal wedding cake and a presidential inauguration cake in the same year. She was locally recognized as the designer and baker of Miss Christine Lemoyne's retirement cake. Miss Lemoyne was the longest tenured employee in the history of the Gorham Randolph Shelburne Cooperative. She worked at the high school for 60 years. She chaperoned her last senior trip using a hover-round battery-operated scooter. The medical team of Temme, Simard, Goodrich, and Gorham were the first to discover a non-invasive, painless, and 100% cure for all types of cancer. Bryce Corrigan, Jeff Fortin, and James Tonkin teamed up to be the first to design, fabricate, and install a full-size steel replica of the Old Man of the Mountain in the Franconia Notch. The installation leads to a rejuvenation and boom in the tourist industry in the North Country. Linda Momini was the first Miss New Hampshire, Miss USA, Miss World, Miss Galaxy, and Miss Universe from the town of Gorham. I don't think we had any others like that. After her victories, she replaced Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. The trio of Ben Carlson, Krista Montigny, and Richard LePage formed De La Carle Computer Associates after graduating from college. A first for their company was the development of the iFog, a way to store information, access data, and download applications on computer devices utilizing natural energy that surrounds all of us in the atmosphere. The multi-billionaires bought the town of Randolph and lived in a gated compound with their families on top of De La Carle Hill, formerly Gorham Hill. Cody LeBlanc, Doug Willey, Bobby Langlands, and Brandon Fuzzy Santrigan were the first graduates of the same high school to be drafted by one baseball franchise, the New York Yankees. Who's clapping? Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm not done. The foursome anchored a Yankees team that won 4 World Series championships in 6 years. All 4 signed with the Boston Red Sox when they became free agents, forsaking the powerful Yankee franchise. While with the Red Sox, they won another 7 World Series championships, at one point 5 in a row. The Yankees saw a decline in their winning ways after the boys of Boston signed with the Sox. It was 107 years before the Yankees won another World Series. Megan LaPointe was the youngest elected president of the United States at the age of 28 and the first woman president. After becoming the New Hampshire State Comptroller, which is the head accountant, Mallory Coulombe was the first person to finally figure out how to fix the broken property tax system in New Hampshire. Thank you, Mallory. Where are you? Thank you so much. A statue of Mallory sits on the grounds of the Capitol building in Concord, and a March 1st holiday is celebrated every year as Mallory Coulombe Day here in New Hampshire. Tara Cloutier, Elizabeth Lilly Fuller, Sarah Kinney, Jackson Penny, Rachel Ross, Krista Russo, and Chris Turgeon made it a clean sweep at the 100th annual Oscar ceremonies as they took away the top slots in all categories, from musical score to Best Picture, Best Actor and Actress, and everything in between. The first high school classmates to ever do so. The Oscar winners can occasionally be seen locally in disguise to get relief from the paparazzi that constantly dog their trail. Where's Allison? Okay, yeah. This is a little private joke. Allison Thompson was discovered by the Crest Toothpaste Company and became their first worldwide spokesperson due to her dazzling smile. Laurie Robichaud, if you went to class day today, this may mean a little bit more. Laurie Robichaud transformed her senior project into her first career as she sold Senior Spotlight Slideshow franchise. That's hard to say. Senior Spotlight Slideshow franchises to high schools in every state in the Union and parts of Canada. Her spin-off franchises were also a huge success. Advertisements for her Kindergarten Spotlight, Birthday Spotlight, Pet Spotlight, and Senior Citizen Spotlight slideshows were seen on all late-night cable channels and QVC. And if you call within the next 10 minutes, she will double your order. Brandon Flynn, Dylan Killaby, Cameron LePage, and Chris Mercado were talking during the wee hours of the morning at the Chem Free High School graduation party, and decided to pool their funds and purchase one Powerball ticket. They each had a quarter. Of course, they won a cool $200 million after taxes, $50 million apiece, the first in New Hampshire to win such a large sum. They each gave a small portion of their winnings to their first principal, since he is such a nice man, and he taught them about the importance of sharing. Veronica Goodrow, Valerie King, Mariah Landry, and Paige Demers went their separate ways after graduation from Gorham High School. At their first high school reunion, they were swapping stories and decided that they would like to give back to the community that they grew up in. The young ladies hatched an idea and designed and bankrolled a centrally located social center for Coos County, thus putting a screeching halt to the complaints of many that there is nothing to do in the North Country after 7 p.m. The social hotspot became the hub of nightlife in New England. Lady Gaga, Tim McGraw, and Justin Bieber were frequent visitors and performers. Krista Arguin finished her degree in psychology and moved to her hometown to start a counseling practice. Her first patient was the local school superintendent. His many superstitions, phobias, and fear of mixed vegetables led her to write a book, which was then made into a movie. Julia Roberts starred as the psychologist, and Jack Black starred as the troubled superintendent. That is the end of our possible firsts. The following are firsts that most likely will happen to the class of 2011. And some of you may have already had some of these firsts, but the joy of your first graduation, that's a first, and your next, and your next. The first time you fall in love, these are the things you need to remember. Crushing on a kindergarten classmate does not count. The love and excitement that you will feel with the first look up or down the aisle as you marry a life partner. The first time you realize your parents were right about a lot of things. The excitement and pride that you will experience when you start your first career. Stepping across the threshold of your first home. The euphoria of the birth of your first child, and your next, and your next. The feeling of pride and love that you experience as you watch your son or daughter take their first steps, enter kindergarten, ride their bicycles without training wheels, score their first goal, get their driver's license, graduate from high school, and also the angst that you will feel when you realize that they are growing up so quickly right before your eyes. The first comprehension that life is a moment-by-moment experience and that you must live each day like it will be your last. The first realizations that you are a human being of vast internal strength as you deal with the loss of one you hold dear and close to your heart. Knowing no matter what, no matter who, no matter how, no matter where, you should always put your family first. The first true understanding that you are so important and so loved by those close to you as they are loved by you. You'll have many firsts as you travel through life. Some will be triumphs and some failures. Some will be happy and some heartbreaking. All will help you to learn, grow, and gain the experience you need to be the best that you can be throughout your life. You need to embrace each one of these firsts that crosses your path. If you didn't know this, the first day that these ladies and gentlemen walked into kindergarten was the first day I began my tenure as the principal of the Ed Fen, which was 13 years ago. They were there for me when I was pelted with water balloons on a cold March day, pied with shaving cream, duct taped to a wall, and abused by them in other ways, all for the sake of reading. Good times, good times. But seriously, I hope that I was there for them if they needed me in the last 13 years, and I want them to know that if they need me in the future, I'm a phone call away. I'm proud of everything they've accomplished as students here in Gorham, in the classroom, on the athletic field, in drama, band, chorus, in the vocational arena, out in the community. The list goes on and on. I watched they have grown into the fine young men and women and will now watch them as they take their first adult steps and enter the real world. I look forward to learning about and celebrating their future accomplishments. Congratulations, class of 2011, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
As Mrs. Terrio mentioned this afternoon, we're going to be giving out $57,000, not just in dollars for scholars, though. And the remainder of the scholarships are coming out this evening. First, though, for those of you who weren't here this afternoon, I have the pleasure of introducing again a young man who has never missed a day of school, period. Kindergarten through 12. Hasn't missed a day of school. That's 13 years, 2,340 straight days, 16,380 straight hours. We give awards for those kinds of things. And I was talking to him earlier while we were waiting for the press. And he's the only kid I've ever known that thanked God that he had chicken pox in the summertime. For his effort, perseverance, and dedication, Christopher Turgeon. The Joe Small Arts Prize. Joe Small is a graduate of Gorham High School. He graduated in 1975. He was a very involved member of the drama club while in school and realized his dream of performing on stage. Because of his love of the arts, Joe established this arts prize in 1990 to acknowledge students who have a passion for the arts and has displayed proven commitment and dedication to his or her artistic field throughout their high school career. This is a $1,000 prize awarded to a senior who displays this passion and will no doubt continue performing throughout their lifetime. It's my pleasure to present this to Adam Smart. Lucy Ramsey will now present the Woodlands Credit Union Scholarships.
Good evening, everyone, and I'd like to congratulate, on behalf of Woodlands Credit Union, the entire graduating class of 2011. Each year, Woodlands Credit Union awards $11,000 in scholarships to deserving high school students based on academic achievement, community service, and an essay written by each student. I am pleased to announce that we have 2 of those scholarships going to the Gorham students tonight. The first award is a $500 scholarship that is to be awarded to Miss Mallory Coulomb. And the second scholarship is a $1,500 scholarship to be awarded to Miss Sarah Kenny. Thank you.
Mr. Randy Labnan will now present the Northway Bank Scholarship.
Good evening and congratulations, students. Graduates, I should say. Northway Bank is proud to sponsor the Scholarship for Excellence, and I'm pleased to be here at GHS to make the 2011 award. The Northway Bank Scholarship for Excellence is now 33 years old, and including the 2011 awards, it will have been granted 116 graduating seniors in 5 North Country high schools. The total value of the scholarships now has reached $582,000. Nice. The recipients of the Scholarship for Excellence were selected by the school administration using criteria that have been provided by the Northway Bank. These criteria, which we believe are reflective of the values of the citizens of our communities and our country, are academic excellence, personal character, and qualities of leadership. For many years, the scholarship has been strongly supported by the Board of Directors, management, and staff at the bank, who believe that the future of our nation ultimately will rest in the hands of these guys. It is fair to say that you're moving out into a new world, and it's filled with many large challenges. You're part of the generation who will be faced with solving the problems of the economic instability in the midst of political, religious, and social unrest. Your responsibility is great, and we ask each of you to take that responsibility seriously. The Scholarship for Excellence has a total value over 4 years of $4,000, with the recipient receiving $1,000 in each of his or her college years, as long as good academic standing is maintained. On behalf of the Board of Directors, officers, and employees of the bank, it's an honor for me to congratulate all of the graduating seniors in the class of 2011, and to thank the parents, administrators, and teachers, coaches, counselors, and mentors who've helped to prepare you for this day, and to present the 2011 Northway Bank Scholarship for Excellence to, and I'm going to open it now because I don't even know. Valerie King.
Mr. James Patry will now present the AVH Miriam Gaynor Scholarship.
Good evening and congratulations to the entire class of 2011. Androscoggin Valley Hospital obviously held a special place in Miriam Gaynor's heart. When she passed away in 1984, she bequeathed part of her estate to the hospital, a gift that was valued at more than $1 million. Education was an important part of Miss Gaynor's life. A former resident of Berlin, Miriam attended Mount St. Mary's Seminary in Hooksett and earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Boston University and a Master of Arts degree from Columbia. During her lifetime, she continued to pursue advanced studies at Harvard, San Jose State, and Stanford universities. Because of Miss Gaynor's enthusiasm for education, the hospital board of directors decided that income earned on her bequest would be used to fund education in selected healthcare careers. The board felt that the scholarship program would be an appropriate way to honor Miss Gaynor and assure the availability of selected healthcare professionals at AVH and in the community. On behalf of Androscoggin Valley Hospital, I am pleased to announce the recipient of the Miriam Gaynor Scholarship Award in the amount of $3,000 to Stephen Gorham.
This next young man is a former student of mine. Jason LaCroix is going to present his father's memorial scholarship.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? I think I was in 10th grade back in 1990, I think it was. Congratulations to the class of 2011. My father, Paul, Alfred LaCroix, taught here for 23 years. He taught physical science, chemistry, and physics. He loved teaching. He loved education. Each year, a scholarship is given to a student who's going to go into the science or health science related field. This year, the recipient of this scholarship goes to Sean Goodrich.
Mrs. Jean Larry will now present the Gorham, Randolph, Shelburne Alumni Association scholarships.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Bousquet was lucky. He got 6 minutes. Mrs. Terrio said I only had 3. And she keeps her finger on the watch, believe me. I bring congratulations to the class of 2011 from the Gorham Randolph Shelburne Cooperative Alumni Association, and we wish them very well in the future. We have 2 scholarships to give tonight, and they are chosen by a committee in the school, not by the alumni, and so I don't know anything about them until the very last minute. And the first scholarship goes to Valerie King. And my second scholarship goes to Megan LaPointe.
Gail Covey will now present the Plum Creek Community Scholarship.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the graduates and their parents for getting them here. The Plum Creek Scholarship recognizes students who have excelled in the areas of academics, school, and community activities, and overall achievement in their high school careers. On behalf of Plum Creek and our employees in New Hampshire and across the country, it's my pleasure to present a Plum Creek Community Scholarship, and we have 3 of them this year, and they're worth $1,000 each, to Mallory Coulomb, Stephen Gorham, and Sarah Kinney.
Dana Horn will now present the Lucy Edwards Memorial Scholarships.
On behalf of the family, Lucy Edwards family, I'd like to congratulate the graduates. The Lucy Edwards Scholarship, Lucy was taken from us early, unfortunately, and she was a wonderful woman who raised 6 daughters, 5 of which went through the school system right here. When the family decided they wanted to do something to try to keep her memory alive, this was what they came up with. This is a self-funded scholarship by the daughters who put money in on birthdays and Christmas and whatnot to fund this scholarship. The only stipulation they put on it, the school does the choosing, but the stipulation was it had to be a basketball player. Lucy was an avid basketball player herself. Her children and her grandchildren played basketball, and a lot of it right here in this gymnasium. Knowing these kids has made it more enjoyable for me to watch some of these kids. I watch them play basketball now, and I'm able to give this award out. This one is a special one also because this gentleman's grandmother was a good friend of Lucy's, and I was also able to stand up here a few years ago and give this award to his brother. The 2011 Lucy Edwards Scholarship goes to Brandon Flynn. I guess we got a pose for her. I turned anyway.
Phyllis Kukuru will give out the Fred's Fishing Fund Scholarship.
I am practicing to be the world's slowest walker. Fred's Fishing Fund Scholarship is given in loving memory of my husband, Fred Otto of Randolph. Fred learned to fish at an early age and continued to learn all through his life. He never expected to catch fish. He instinctively understood that it was catching, not fishing. Was fishing, not catching. He just loved being outdoors and the challenge of the perfect cast. Fred wasn't only a fisherman. His dedication to hard work carried him through his daily life, where he rose to every challenge he ever faced. He started at Instron as a product manager, and within 6 years, he was promoted to vice president of their largest division. Whether at home or at work, he completed every task he ever set out to do as perfectly as possible. He always worked hard and never lost sight of his goals. This ends my sermon to today's graduates. I probably won't catch anything because I didn't wet the net, as our winning essay told me to do. The winner of this, the second award from Fred's Fishing Fund, which this year has been increased to $3,000, is Laurie Robichaud.
Cecile Strout will now present the Berlin Kiwanis Club scholarships. Thank you.
On behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Berlin, congratulations to the class of 2011. Kiwanis has been in the communities of Berlin, Gorham, and Milan since 1927. Providing service to the children and to the communities. We sponsor K-Kids, which are for children 6 to 12 years old, to teach them about community service and to give back to their community. We also sponsor a Key Club at Berlin High School, and we continue to encourage students to take part in their community and to give back. We'd like to give back by presenting 2 $500 book scholarships to graduating seniors. I have one for Mallory Coulomb. And Sarah Kinney. Thank you.
Mark Santos is going to give out the Berlin Police Department Call to Duty Scholarship, as well as a scholarship from the Gorham Police Department.
Good
evening. First of all, on behalf of the Gorham Police Association, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2011 on a job well done. The Berlin Police Department Call to Duty Memorial Scholarship is presented on behalf of Chief Peter Morency and the Berlin Police Department to a student who demonstrates an interest in pursuing a career in the field of law enforcement. This year's recipient of the Call to Duty Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 is Cody LeBlanc. Just public service. Remember that the Gorham baseball team has a semifinal game in Plymouth tomorrow at 11. I hope you're there. And in honor of Bobby Langlands, Cody LeBlanc, Brandon Sanchagrin, and Doug Willey, I will make the next one like this. In the past, the Gorham Police Association has made a scholarship available to a Gorham High School senior who plans to pursue a career in law enforcement. This year's book scholarship was raised through donations from the officers of the Gorham Police Department. I'm happy to present this year's book scholarship in the amount of $250 to Cody LeBlanc. Thank you. I've got to get back in uniform.
The Sons of the American Legion scholarship will be given out by Nathan Corrigan.
I'm honored and privileged to be passing out this scholarship tonight for the Sons of the American Legion. The recipient of this award has a grandfather that's been in the Legion Association for a very long time. He also has, his father has been in the Legion for a very long time as well. This recipient has been in the Legion for 18 years as well himself. The recipient of this award is my nephew, Bryce Corrigan.
Mo Shampoo will now give out the Knights of Columbus scholarships.
On behalf of the Knights of Columbus, I congratulate the class of 2011. I get two $500 scholarships to present this evening. The first is Stephen Gorham. And Brandon Sanchagrin.
Patty Russo will now present the Theatre North scholarships.
On behalf of Theatre North, I am pleased to give two college grants this year. The first recipient has done it all for Theatre North, from props to playing a dwarf. I am pleased to present this to Sarah Kinney. In the spring of 2000, this next recipient started on a magical adventure with her first play. Who knew her adventure would lead us to this spot today? I am pleased to present this to Krista Russo.
Pam Eichler will now present the White Mountain Rotary Scholarship.
Congratulations, class of 2011. It is my pleasure to present the scholarship from the White Mountain Rotary Club of Gorham. The scholarship is for $500 to be used for books or toward the purchase of a computer. It is my pleasure to award Mallory Coulomb.
Staff Sergeant Tremblay will now present a U.S. Army scholarship.
Good evening. I'd like to congratulate the class of 2011. You've done a great job. And I'd like to recognize one student who has made the decision after he graduates to serve his country. He came to me a few months ago, said, Sergeant Tremblay, I want you to make me an MP. I said, all right, I'll do my best. Both him and his family were very patient. It did take a little bit of time. But, we got it for him. He held in there. And now I would like to present him with his scholarship for the Army College Fund. This is for him to advance his education when he's finished in the Army. The amount of his college fund will be $103,548. And this goes to Ryan Perot. Thank you.
Ryan, your mother said she wants that check before you go out tonight. Donatario will present dollars for scholars.
I would like to thank all of you, the friends and families of our graduates, for the wonderful support that you have given. This class raised close to $5,700 in the annual door-to-door fund drive, and this is only made possible by your generosity and support. Seniors receiving Dollars for Scholars awards have filled out an application and have participated in the door-to-door fund drive. It is hoped that when they are financially able to do so, they will return the money to the Dollars for Scholars organization so that other students may benefit also. It is my privilege to present the Dollars for Scholars Awards to the following recipients. Krista Arguin, Benjamin Carlson, Tara Cloutier, Christopher de Montigny, and I have heels on, Elizabeth Lily Fuller, Sean Goodrich, Veronica Goodrow, Linda Montmany, Rachel Ross, Coral Saunders, Adam Samard, Catherine Temmie, Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2011.
A representative from Berlin City Auto Group could not be here tonight to present this book scholarship. On their behalf, I'm pleased to award this scholarship to Adam Simard. The Richard Hebert Memorial Scholarship recognizes a student athlete and is awarded annually to a graduating senior. It's my pleasure to present this award to Laura Peters. Due to the generosity of the family of Roy and Waver Hamlin, this scholarship is awarded annually to a graduating senior who will be continuing their education after high school. This year's recipient, Richard LePage. The Denman Bartlett White Scholarship is a biannual scholarship presented to a graduate majoring in history, government, or ecology. This year's recipient will be majoring in political science, Megan LaPointe. The Shelburne Neighbors Scholarship. The people of Shelburne offer an annual scholarship to students who reside in the town of Shelburne and who will be attending college. This year's recipients are Robert Langlands, Adam Simard, Gabby Van Zandt, and Doug Willey. The Margaret and Sumner Ruggles Memorial Scholarship is in the amount of $3,000 and is given in the memory by their two daughters and their families in hopes that other graduates of Gorham High will have opportunities to make full use of their gifts. This year's recipient, Caitlin Boiselle. The Presidential Range Riders Scholarship. The club's purpose is to provide safe, well-maintained snowmobile trails and to promote tourism and business in the local economy. The club grooms and maintains 85 miles of trails in the towns of Gorham, Randolph, Shelburne, and Berlin, and the work is all done by volunteers. Each year, a student that is an active member of the group or has a family history of being involved in the club is presented this $500. This year's award winner, Krista Russo. The Class of 1939 Scholarship. At their 50th class reunion, the Class of 39 established this scholarship to be awarded to a worthy graduate. I'm pleased to award this scholarship to Christopher Turgeon. The Reginald Courier Memorial Scholarship, established by the Courier family. The Reginald Courier Memorial Scholarship is presented annually to a deserving graduate of Gorham High. It's my pleasure to award this year's scholarship to Alicia Valancourt Locke. the Wambach Dollars for Scholars and Jack Gordon Scholarship. This award, sponsored by the Wambach Dollars for Scholars in memory of Jack Gordon, is given to a senior who has played on his or her high school golf team and is planning to further their education. This year we have two recipients, Brandon Flynn and Bobby Langlands. Kyle Malone will now present the Megan Santee Memorial Scholarship.
As president of the Gorham High FBLA, I am here to present the Megan Santee Memorial Scholarship. Megan's family and friends established this scholarship in her memory to a deserving candidate already enrolled in a college or university. On behalf of her family and Gorham High School's FBLA club, I am pleased to present this award to Samantha Santee.
This is the last scholarship award. It is the Danny Lejean Memorial Scholarship, and it's my pleasure to introduce a heck of an English teacher, Rob Hamill.
It's an honor to present the Danny Lejean Scholarship. This award is offered each year in Dan's memory to the Gorham High School senior who best exemplifies the same qualities that epitomize Dan: honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, and morals. It's a scholarship about being a whole person, about being the type of person the scholarship committee sees as the most likely to move on and leave behind a footprint, a kind, respectful, and lasting one, just like Danny. It is indeed an honor for me to present this scholarship to Doug Willie.
Okay, let's get these guys some diplomas. I am going to be joined up here, and presenting diplomas will be Barney Valia and Joanne Carpenter, school board members. I remind you all we are a camera-friendly school. You can come up and take pictures if you would like, but don't hang around up here too long. Just kind of move around to the sides, get back to your seats if you would, please. All right, are we all set? Correct. We're going to remind the students that they're going to come out, they're going to pause for a couple of seconds so you can take their picture, then they're going to come down and receive their diplomas. The folks on this side be getting their diplomas over here. These guys will be over here with Mrs. Carpenter. Any questions? You guys all set? Yeah. Everybody's passing to the right side. All right, here we go. Adam Samard. sure that we're looking. There you go. Mallory Denise Coulomb. Caitlin Ray Boisel. Benjamin Carlson. Tara Lynn Cloutier. Elizabeth Fuller. Sean Patrick Goodrich. Stephen Gorham. Valerie Ray King. Sarah E. Kinney. Robert Bruce Langlands III. Megan Jillian Lapointe. Cody M. LeBlanc. Rachel Elizabeth Ross. Catherine Rose Temmie. Alicia Ray Valancourt Locke. Gabrielle Marie Van Zant. Krista Mamie Arguin. Bryce Corrigan. Christopher Joseph Rock de Montany. Jeff Fortin. Brandon Flynn. Natasha Lynn Fortier. Paige Karen Demers. Veronica Ray Goodrow. Mariah Lauren Landry. Dylan Lane Killaby. Christopher Joseph Mercado. Pamela Michelle Messinio. Laura Marie Peters. Linda Lee Momini. Ryan M. Perro. Laurie Nicole Robichaud. Krista Suzanne Russo. Brandon Hunter Sanchagrin. Coral Lynn Saunders. Allison Thompson. James John Tonkin. Christopher Armand Turgeon. Nathan Benjamin Courier. Douglas Richard Willie. Jackson Penny. Richard Michael LePage. Cameron LePage. We're all set. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2011. Here's the best part. By the power vested in me by the Cooperative School Board and the state of New Hampshire, I pronounce you graduates of Gorham High School. Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a receiving line formed over near Jack Piatoni's restaurant, and we're ready to recede. Ms. Travelli, you ready? Now.